What are you hauling today?
Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video here at Truckin' Live. Today we're going to go ahead and be reacting to Bonehead Trucker's video from a police body cam on a driver that can't speak English. So let's go ahead and get right to it, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know my thoughts on why it's important to be able to speak, read, and write English, right?
Where are you coming from?
Spanish, English. The slow speak from the English.
Where are you coming from?
Where are you coming from? Only not sure. A little English.
Okay. Where are you going to?
No,
Where's your cargo coming from?
no English.
Where's your cargo going to? What are you hauling? Phone? Where are you coming from?
New York.
New York?
Laredo, Texas.
That's where you're going to?
Laredo, Texas.
What are you hauling? What are you hauling?
All right, guys, you guys can clearly see right there that the officer is trying to do every attempt to communicate with the driver, and the driver is simply not understanding, something very basic, you know what I mean? Like, where did you pick up your load? Where are you going to? What type of cargo are you hauling or whatever, right? And the driver's just not responding until he hands him the phone. Comment down below, drivers, if you guys have seen that before in a shipper or receiver, because I have, you know what I mean? It basically just takes longer to communicate. It doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't work or whatever, but I question myself, like, while you're rolling down the road, I mean, are you going to be texting, your signs or whatever to tell you what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to read the signs, but this makes me think of something that's very important. Let's just pretend that a driver is hauling hazardous materials, right? UN 1075, UN 1017, which is chlorine, right? And you get into an accident or whatever the case may be, right? If you look at your ERG book, which is what I have in my phone right now, it clearly tells you right here that if there is a spill of any sort or whatever, it tells you evacuation, immediately precautionary measure, isolate spill area or leak area for at least 100 meters, 330 feet in all directions, right? So if I'm in an accident right ever, at the scene or whatever, you're not going to have the time to be able to go ahead and type all that stuff in and let other motorists know what's going on or whatever. You need to be able to clearly tell people what's going on, right? Hey, we need to clear out this area, for the 100 meters or whatever, 300 feet or whatever, stay away from the area. Or if it's something that, is flammable or whatever, hey, it needs to be, whatever, 500 feet away or whatever. Then when the officer and medical, not medical, when emergency response gets in or whatever, right? The driver needs to be able to tell them what's going on. Hey, I picked up this shipment here. It's going there. This is my cargo. It's leaking or whatever, so that they can also take, the actions necessary to protect the public and yourself, right? You can't be going through your phone or whatever to try to, like, explain to people what's going on or whatever, right? Like, that's just like one thing from the top of my head that I can kind of think of on how not speaking English would be affecting public safety at this point. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and take a look at this other clip or whatever.
I'm Officer Smith. I just pulled you in for a quick inspection, okay? Thank you. ELD. Solo or team?
Team.
Team? Yeah. Thank you. You can have a seat right there if you'd like. Do you have shipping papers? Bill, are you empty or loaded? Are you empty or loaded?
See, most of these drivers are doing exactly what you guys see on here or whatever, because they don't speak no English, like not even to have a simple conversation of where did you pick up your load. They all use the phone. What if you don't have that phone in an emergency situation like I described before? That's where it becomes a problem. And that's the reason why people need to be able to speak and read English when you're driving a commercial truck, because public safety and your own safety is what's at large. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't get it on why the government has allowed this in the first place. It's pretty much what I'm going to say about that.
Hello.
Hello? Your BOL? Your bill of lading? Okay. Hey. So I'm assuming today is the day for the non-English speaking? Okay. Nice. Do you happen to have the questions that you're supposed to ask and the signs? Would I have gotten them, or who would it have been from?
Like, really, what questions do you really need to ask? I mean, it's more than obvious, and the driver is not understanding just a simple question of where did you pick up your load? Do you have your bill of lading number? Like, really, why do you got to have a list? Like, you're trying to gather information on what the driver is doing, and you can't gather that information without him having the phone in hand. So really, what questions do you need to be specific for you to be able to figure out if a person can speak English or not? Like, it's more than obvious right here that that person cannot speak English. So that's kind of strange to me on, you know, I need to get the list on what questions that we need to ask. Like, you can clearly see that the guy can't speak English or understand it.
But I don't know how long to do out of service for. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
You guys can clearly see right there that the officer is pretty much saying, like, I don't really know what to do. And I can't fault the officer on that. You know, it's pretty much new to them as well. It's an old law, but that's barely starting to be enforced today. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't fault them on exactly what the procedure is or whatever. I mean, the officer's being polite, he's being professional, and that's a win in my book. So kudos to the officer in this video or whatever. But yeah, there needs to be a better procedure on how to be able to deal with stuff like this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right, bye. Do you or your co-driver speak any English at all?
if he did speak English, before you even handed him the phone, he would have probably answered right back, right? That's just the obvious thing that I can think of right now.
Little? Okay, so it is law that I have to ask you some questions in English, and you have to answer them in English. That is part of the conditions of driving.
Me not speaking English.
Well, what are you hauling today?
Today. 6 to 5, 25.
25? Okay. Where are you driving to today? Where are you going today?
What are you doing today? Easy.
Say again?
Monkeys.
Okay. Trailer registration. I need your trailer registration. It's probably on the trailer. I need your trailer registration. It's probably on the trailer.
I took.
Hey. Oh, I was trying to read over that English thing. Is there a certain amount of questions you have to ask? Okay, because I asked 2 of them and he didn't respond to either one of them, so I figure that's sufficient. Okay, is that something you would do a ticket on or no? I mean, I have before in the past, but I don't. I guess now since it's out of service, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. No. He has to use a translator. And that's another thing. It just says out of service until the remedy is fixed or whatever. So. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it as a violation this time and wait till I hear something further on it. Yeah, I sent him a message, but I think he's probably asleep. I didn't want to call him, so I'll do it this way, and I guess if they don't like it, they'll tell me, and I can ask them tomorrow. Well, all right, man. Thanks, bye. Hey, can you... Okay, so by law, you are required to read and speak enough English to get through an inspection. So today we did a level 3 inspection. We did a level 3 inspection. The only violation is driver cannot satisfy the English language proficiency requirements of 391.11 as per FMCSA enforcement guidance. So you are going to be placed out of service until
So as you guys can see right there, guys, the officer went ahead and put this driver out of service or whatever. Like, let's go ahead and take a look at this situation from a bigger perspective or whatever, right? Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that this particular driver is a bad driver or anything. Like, really, when it comes down to it, the people that I blame is our elected officials that allowed them to get a CDL in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not his fault. If the United States of America allowed you to get a CDL and they didn't follow their own laws that they'd made, you know, what can this driver expect or whatever the case may be, right? Now they're starting to enforce it, which is a good thing. But as you guys can see in this example right here, just to get through basic information, you know, where you pick up, where you're going to, what are you hauling? Like, look at how long it's taking to make that interaction or whatever the case may be, right? That's just the bad thing that happens, you know, when you're not able to speak, you know, good English or whatever the case may be, right? Like, even if you're in an accident, something as simple as, you know, calling in a 911 to try to get medical help out there, you know what I'm saying? And or just be able to communicate with other motorists, you know, like, hey, this is my insurance, or this is what happened, or whatever the case may be. Like, when you got to pretty much be depending on the phone to be able to communicate back and forth or whatever, like, that's not a good thing. It's not efficient and it's not good. And in something as extreme as a big accident, you know, like I said, you know, containing hazardous materials or whatever the case may be, like, that's a problem. Like, time is of the essence. Like, you can't be, you know, delaying speaking onto the phone and telling other people, that be, you know, an officer or other motorists that are around the area or whatever the case is. But, you know, that's just my take about it, guys. I don't know what you guys think about it. I'm curious to see what you all think about it. In my personal opinion, I think that this is a good thing. Like I said, it's nothing against this driver or whatever, because at the end of the day, we don't know who he is. We don't know if he is a safe driver, not a safe driver, or whatever. But what we do know, just by looking at this video alone, is that he cannot read or understand English. So, you know, when it comes to driving a commercial truck, for those of you who don't drive a commercial truck, the signs out on the interstate or on the roads is pretty much what dictates what you do, you know, as you're driving. You know, if you got low bridges, or if it's a restricted route to where a truck can't go into, or if it's a truck route that you have to take around a certain city or county or whatever the case may be, like, you have to be able to read the signs so that you're able to operate that commercial vehicle the way it's supposed to be, right? This is nothing about you know, in today's world today, oh, that's racist or this or that. Like, it's not, because at the end of the day, when something goes wrong, you have to be able to communicate with other people on what your intentions are, or what the situation around you is what's happening. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me know your comments down below. Check out Bonehead Trucker's video. I'll put a link down to his original video down below so you guys can hear his commentary on it. And also American Truckers United, because I guess he got the video from them. But I thought that this was an excellent example on why it's important to be able to read and speak English, like, good. You know, at least understand it. You know what I'm saying? But when you get somebody who clearly doesn't understand nothing at all, like such a basic conversation on what the officer was trying to do here, like, I think that that's a problem. But anyhow, guys, that's what I got for you guys today. If you guys liked the video, give me a big ass thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, because we're close to being able to monetize this YouTube channel so I can make a couple of bucks and continue to make content that hopefully you guys like. But anyhow, for those of you guys who are driving down the road, You guys stay safe. Any of you guys watching at the house, you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.
Like, share, and subscribe.